So, Amar, this video is going to be one of the big ones. It's going to be about the topic of women. I know a lot of people are scared of women, especially like recently. I've been going through TikTok and other social media platforms, and a lot of people's New Year's resolution is to get rid of women entirely because women have been ruining their lives, and people are just men are just scared of women now because they're like, okay, I gotta focus on myself and I gotta get rid of these women. Firstly, we have to admit the fact that genetics play a huge factor in pulling women. I could be nice and I could be like, if you're a nice guy, you're just gonna get a good girl and you're gonna get married. Well, honestly, that's not the truth. Men that are ranked 8 to 10 out of 10 pull the majority of women, the whole pool, because looks do matter. A lot of girls, they look at a guy and then they're like, oh, I want him, right? And then that's how guys just glance at a girl and they're always glancing back. But guys that are not in that range, they won't even get looked at by a woman. We just gotta admit that as a fact. You can't change your height, you can't change a lot of your facial structure, you can't change your hair, your skin. Well, you could change it hypothetically, but genetics is genetics, right? You could take care of yourself, you could take care of your health and stuff and look a little bit better, but we have to admit the fact that genetics play a huge factor in pulling women. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at a few different examples. There's people that are successful that don't even deserve the success. There's a lot of streamers, there's a lot of content creators that don't really have any type of talent except being a dumbass. Those guys are literally pulling models and 10 out of 10 women. People are making content like creating music and also pulling models even though they're not that attractive. Let me give you like one example. No disrespect, but he's one of my favorite people on this planet, my favorite artist. The Weeknd, he's not that attractive of a person. I think he's like what, 5'8", 5'9". He doesn't have a bodybuilder build, but I literally see thirst traps of him, even though he's not even that attractive. Why? Because he built his reputation so well. What happens a lot is even if you're not in that 8 to 10 out of 10 range because of genetics, a girl, if they're near you, they're just gonna see who you are online. Maybe see that you have 1 million, 2 million followers. Maybe you're a professional soccer player, and when they search your name up, you come up on Google or something, and they're still gonna approach you. They're still gonna make an effort because you're known, right? You're known and you have money. And a lot of guys, they forget that fact and they just continue trying to pull women even when they're not in that position yet. First, you have to improve yourself, and then you can worry about women. You have to improve yourself. You're not gonna get anywhere in life with just finding a girl, staying with her forever, and then settle. There's a lot of guys that settle, and it's easy to settle. It's easy to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. You could have an amazing life. You could have an amazing woman. You could have an amazing family, and you could just live a good life. A lot of people do want that. But if you're not able to pull a woman in general, if you're not in that 7 to 10 out of 10 range, you can't even pull a woman, you gotta improve yourself. You gotta get to that level. Let's say your genetics are so bad, right? And you're like a 2 out of 10. You can still improve yourself a little bit. Maybe, you know, fix your hair up, take like some biotin, take minoxidil, shape up your beard, get fit, try to get some abs, get that bodybuilder fit. There's so many people that, like, let's say one of the biggest factors is height, right? Let's say you don't have that advantage and you're in the lower end, you're below average. I'll give you an example, like the Trent twins. Like, they're below average height, but they're still built so crazy that you're just like, you see them and you're like, oh shit, okay. Like, you still have that respect for them. You just gotta build that. Or you could build your bank account. You could become so rich and wealthy that people just see you and they're like, oh, yo, this guy got it, you know? What's ruining so many people is they're just chasing women. They're trying to go to the club. They're trying to go to the bar. They're trying to go on these dating apps where they don't even have a chance. Instead of actually running their own lives and improving their own lives to get to the point where girls are chasing them, they're chasing girls. And if you're chasing other people, if you're chasing anyone else except for your own success, you're not gonna make it. Anyway, that was a tough video to make. Hopefully I don't get canceled, but take care. Peace.